John Beltran back with Jen Goodall from Brush High School. About a 15-minute delay to the start of this game as Sheridan did arrive about 3 minutes before tip time, at least on the court. The Digger starting lineup tonight brought to you by Blodorn Lumber at blodornlumber.com. You can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Whether you're a contractor or painting your living room at Blodorn Lumber, you get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Visit Blodorn Lumber, that is in Fort Morgan at 130 State Street. We'll get to the B-Digger starting lineup, and then we'll introduce you to the Sheridan Rams. 6'3" senior Jake Brown, one of the forwards, along with Jeffrey Dunker in the backcourt, another senior. B-Diggers also starting Ben Mickey. And let's mention, Jen, that the B-Diggers are wearing JM socks tonight for Ben's late father, Jeff Mickey, who passed away, I believe, 4 years ago. Those are the initials JM on those socks. Austin Garcia Jr., along with fellow junior Kyle Rosenbrock. B-Diggers in their home whites. Sheridan still in their warm-up uniforms. I assume they're wearing their royal blues. Ezekiel Okansi, the head coach of Sheridan, and the B-Diggers coached by Ken Garcia. The opening tip brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call at 842-4555. You can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports for the quarter-by-quarter updates of tonight's game. And also on Facebook at our 1010 KSIR Sports page as well. That's throughout the season for the Brush B-Digger basketball games. Of course, wrestling as well. For updates there, you can follow us on Twitter at B106, our sister station for Fort Morgan Mustang sporting events, and on our Facebook page at B106. Well, this will be interesting. All dark uniforms. You can barely see the numbers out there for Sheridan. Brayton Thomas is jumping center. Out there with Alex Blair. Brandon Gonzalez. Kyle Taylor. Let's see if we get that fifth number out there as the tip is controlled by Sheridan. Wow, I haven't seen uniform numbers this dark in a while. With a basketball on the outside left is Taylor. Towards the top of the ball is Brayton Thomas. There's a three taken right wing. That's an air ball. And Austin Garcia has the basketball. And apparently he grabbed the basketball after Sheridan Ram was on the line. Brandon Gonzalez misses that three. Here comes Garcia into the front court of the outside right to Jeffrey Dunker. Dunker looking right corner. Is Brown wide open, but will maintain the dribble. At the free throw line to Rosenbrock against Thomas. Rosenbrock to his left, picks up the dribble. Back out to Jake Brown. Brown on the high right. Straight away to Garcia. Guarded closely, drives into the lane, scoops it. Right corner for Brown, fakes. Dribbles to his left. At the top for Brown, down low for Dunker. Knocked out of bounds by Kyle Taylor. B-Diggers retain possession. And to throw it in will be Austin Garcia. Garcia to the right of the basket. Also in there, by the way, wearing 25, which is not on our roster. That'll be an adventure. With a basketball, Garcia, left corner, three is off the back of the rim, and the ball is tipped around into the hands of Dunker. B-Diggers reset the offense. Dunker inside, knocked out of bounds by Thomas, intended for Mickey. And the B-Diggers retain possession. Garcia to throw it in. Very light crowd, most anticipating the Brush High School winter concert tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, this is a rescheduled game. Garcia right baseline to Dunker. Double team back out to Garcia. Right of the lane to Rosenbrock. He's trapped straight away to Brown. Dribbles to his right into the lane. Back out to Garcia. Garcia retreats towards midcourt. Picked up over there by Brendan Gonzalez. Garcia cross court to Dunker. In the right corner to Brown. Down low for Rosenbrock. Double team. Kicks it out. Brown three-pointer is off the back of the rim. Dunker puts it up and in. His second rebound, and Dunker scores. the first points of the game. 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. Taylor with the basketball into the front court. Dribbles by Dunker on the outside right. Dunker picks it back up. Dribbles right baseline. Looking for Thomas. Bounce pass as he's falling out of bounds. He throws it into the backcourt, but it's taken by Brown. And then Brown has the ball stolen away. The teams exchange turnovers. Gonzalez trapped in the backcourt is going to feed Taylor. Taylor into the front court, guarded by Dunker. Dribbling to his left. Dunker falls down. Backs up for a three. Taylor, it's short. The ball is tipped around into the hands of Brayton Thomas. Thomas back out to Taylor just beyond the timeline. 5:57 to go in the opening quarter. Brush 2, Sheridan nothing. Taylor gets a pick, dribbles to his right towards the baseline, picks up the dribble right of the free throw line for Thomas. Thomas with a 12-footer off the glass, hit nothing but that. And Jeffrey Dunker with his third rebound. Dunker across the timeline. Baseball pass down low off the hands of Mickey, and it's intercepted by Thomas. Second turnover by the Beat Diggers. Taylor into the front court, dribbles on the outside right, cut off by Dunker. Cross court to Gonzalez, left of the lane all the way, scoops it up off the glass, and that one is short. The ball is tipped around 3-4 times, and it's knocked out of bounds by Mickey. That'll be Sheridan basketball. And Sheridan dressing only 7 tonight. If I can figure out who 25 is, that would help. Because that's not on this particular roster that we got. He hasn't got the ball much, though. And there's 25 with the basketball. Left baseline stripped beautifully by Austin Garcia. Garcia trapped in the backcourt, looking. Finds Rosenbrock, still in the backcourt. Into the front court to Dunker. It's a 3-on-2. Dunker swings it to Brown. Left corner for Mickey. Straight away to Garcia. Wide open three. Good for Austin Garcia. And the Beat Diggers off to a 5-0 lead with 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. John Beltran with Jen Goodall. This is game number 2 for the Beat Diggers. All their games in December are in Morgan County. At the top of the basketball is Taylor, dribbling against Rosenbrock towards that left corner. And then Dunker ties him up, and it should be Beat Digger basketball as the possession arrow is pointing in their direction. Third turnover for Sheridan. Joel Marquez has checked into the game for Sheridan. So they've already made a substitution, again, despite only being 7 deep. Garcia with the basketball on the high right to Dunker. Down low for Rosenbrock. Dribbles all the way, scoops it up, and in off the glass for Kyle Rosenbrock and the Beat Diggers with a 7-0 lead. Well, playing basketball, part of it is preparation. You get here 3 minutes for warm-ups as the ball is thrown out of bounds by Brendan Gonzalez, and that's turnover number 4 for Sheridan. Jen, it's almost like they're playing this game out of obligation as opposed to wanting to play this game.
Well, and it's kind of confusing that they only brought 7. I mean, when they were here with the JV and C team, they had quite a few more bodies, so I don't know what happened, but coming with 7 is pretty small pickings.
With the basketball is Dunker with 4:20 to go in the opening quarter. Brush 7, Sheridan nothing. Free throw line to Rosenbrock. Right corner to Randy Bakers into the game for the first time. Now to Brown, wide open. He'll bounce past it down low. Rosenbrock, shot is blocked. Dunker picks it up and lays it in. Dunker got the loose change and was able to score off the block by Brayton Thomas. 9-0 Brush. 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Here is Gonzalez strip, but he gets it right back. Back out to Taylor, left of the lane. Taylor, shot is up and no good, but he's fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. That is Kyle Taylor. And the foul was committed by Jeffrey Dunker. Beat Diggers have 4 rebounds in the game, all by Dunker, who's got 4 points. Taylor to shoot 2 for Sheridan. And the free throw is up and around and off to the right. Second free throw is upcoming. For Kyle Taylor. And that one is up, and that's in. Sheridan is on the board 4 minutes and 4 seconds into the game. 9-1 Beat Diggers. In the lane, Rosenbrock lays it up and in. Rosenbrock scores off the beautiful feed from Baker, and the Beat Diggers now with an 11-1 lead with 3:35 to go. With the basketball is Taylor, just beyond the timeline, guarded by Dunker, dribbling to his right. Back to his left, gets a pick from Thomas. In the lane, all the way, scoops it up off the glass and in. Nice move by Kyle Taylor. He scores. It's now an 11-3 game. In favor of Brush. Jump pass to Brown, right baseline, down low, knocked out of bounds by Sheridan. Beat Diggers retain possession with 3:12
One thing about Sheridan is they do have some quick hands. They're getting touches on a lot of passes, and we're not doing a very good job of ball faking first.
And here's a three from the corner by Bryce Needens into the game. Well short. Brayton Thomas grabs the rebound for Sheridan. 3 minutes to go opening quarter. Brush 11, Sheridan 3. With a basketball in the front court is Gonzalez. Dribbles to his left at the top. Jump pass, left baseline is going to be tipped away by Baker. And Baker's got it. He's going to go all the way. Oh, he's going to pass it to Trey Cranston behind his back. And that one is missed and blocked. Here comes Sheridan the other way. And then Bryce Needens ties up. Kyle Taylor, possession arrow pointing in Sheridan's direction.
That was a good job of Bryce not really sticking his hands in there too much, just kind of letting him put the ball in his hands.
Well, I was surprised that Baker just didn't lay it up. There was a defender in pursuit. And Rosenbrock did expect the pass, but had it blocked. There's the pass on the left baseline and trapped down low in the cross court to Taylor off the inbounds to Alex Blair. Taylor dribbling to his left against Trey Cranston. Lost the basketball, picks it up just beyond the timeline. Over to Gonzalez, jump pass in the left corner, knocked away by Brown and intercepted. That's turnover number 5 for Sheridan. 2:23 to go in the opening quarter. Beat Diggers by 8. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Jen just said it. Lots of hands in there for Sheridan as Brandon Gonzalez pokes it away. Beat Diggers to throw it in three-quarters court. The inbounds to Bryce Needens. Beat Diggers have already substituted most of their players to Cranston in the right corner. Cranston bounced past to Brown. Little 10-footer is around and good. Right baseline for Jake Brown. Beat Diggers now with a 10-point lead. They lead 13-3 with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Taylor with a basketball at the free throw line in the lane. Jump pass, left corner, Blair, wide open three as well short. And the ball is tipped out of bounds, and it is tipped out of bounds by Kyle Taylor, Beat Digger basketball. Beat Diggers will move it methodically up the court. Into the front court is Cranston. Near the right corner, Brown. Right of the lane to Rosenbrock. Turns. A rainbow is off the back of the rim, and the rebound is grabbed by Brendan Gonzalez, his second board. Minute 35 to go in the first. Beat Diggers by 10. And then turning the ball over was Gonzalez in the front court. Turnover number 6 for Sheridan. And here come Jacob Nichols and Kalen Brandt into the game for Jake Brown and Kyle Rosenbrock.
And it kind of looks, I've been trying to figure out Sheridan's defense. It looks like a 2-3, but it's almost like a matchup zone instead of doing, so they kind of go man-to-man, but they're in a zoned area.
With the basketball is Needens on the outside right to Nichols. Back out to Needens. Cross court, high left to Cranston. Straight away to Needens. Overhead pass left baseline. Baker penetrates. He's cut off over there. Swings it down low. Poked away. Intended for Brandon. Poked away by Thomas. Third turnover by Brush. Here is Alex Blair. Left corner three. Count it for Blair. The Beat Digger lead is down to 7 at 13-6. Are they going to call that a 2? No, there's the 3. Okay. Just wasn't put on the board correctly. With the basketball is Cranston, cross-court Needens, wide open left wing 3. That is a brick. Rebound to Nichols, goes back up, and it's blocked in his face by Thomas. Cranston goes up around and off to the left. Then the ball is volleyballed around into the hands of Needens. Needens with the basketball to Cranston. Cranston's bounce pass knocked away by Marquez. Out of bounds checked out. That was Gonzalez. And the Beat Diggers retain possession. But you're right, Jen. The Beat Diggers are not passing the ball well here in the first quarter.
No, they're kind of looking their passes in. They're not really doing that ball fake and then shifting to the other side or swinging it the other direction or misleading, I should say, the Sheridan defense.
Beat Diggers more than likely will take the final shot here in the opening quarter with 26 seconds to go. Cranston just beyond the timeline. Cranston dribbling to his right, cross court to Baker. Only one foul committed so far in this game. Over to Cranston. So a very quick moving first quarter. Cranston retreats, maintains the dribble with 12 seconds to go. Picks up the dribble near that left corner to Needens. Now to Brandt. Little 10-footers off to the right, not even close. And the rebound's controlled by Alex Blair. 3 seconds to go. Taylor at midcourt with 2. With 1. A 3 from Taylor. Short. And that's the end of the opening quarter with the score. Rush 13. Sheridan 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back with Jen Goodall as we head to the second quarter and Brush. And the Beat Diggers lead the Sheridan Rams by a score of 13-6. Again, you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports quarter-by-quarter updates. And you turn on mobile notifications. You get them just like a text message. Austin Garcia to throw it into Jeffrey Dunker. Dunker with the basketball out there with Ben Mickey, Kyle Rosenbrock, and Jake Brown. And we know very few substitutions will be made. The starting five still out there, even though substitutions have been made for Sheridan. And Dunker threw the basketball about 1.5 feet over the head of Kyle Rosenbrock. I don't know if he thought Rosenbrock was about 7 feet tall, but that was nowhere close. And the Beatniggers commit their fourth turnover. Kyle Taylor out there with Brendan Gonzalez, Alex Blair. Now he was not in the starting five. Brayton Thomas and the gentleman wearing 2-5. Blair in the right corner, foul. No, traveling violation. Excellent defense by Jake Brown, and that is turnover number 7 for Sheridan. Rosenbrock and Dunker with 4 points apiece in the opening quarter. Alex Blair had a 3, and Kyle Taylor with 3 points as well for Sheridan. Rosenbrock at the free throw line, back out to Dunker. On the high left to Ben Mickey. In the left corner for Rosenbrock, bounce pass, left baseline. Brown turns, shoots, scores. It's a little 5-footer for Jake Brown, and the Beatniggers now lead 15-6. Brown with 4. Taylor with 7:05 to go in the front court, picked up by Dunker. Motioning his teammate to open up some space for him. Maintains the dribble on the high left. Taylor retreats towards the baseline. Now to Thomas, straight away, 16-footer is well short, but the rebound is chased down by 2-5. He puts it up around, no good. And Austin Garcia has the rebound for the Beatniggers. Into the front court, Garcia still with the basketball. Free throw line for Mickey. Mickey has 2 defenders on him, dribbles to his left. They get stripped away. And the other way, it's a 2-on-2. Gonzalez to Taylor, lays it up, and no good, but he's fouled by Mickey. And to the line will be Kyle Taylor to shoot 2 to try to reduce the lead to 7 points. Stop, shop, and save on all of your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment at the Brush Grocery Card. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union. Brush Grocery Card, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. The free throw by Kyle Taylor is in the air, and that one is short. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night, when they do. Every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. Second free throw in the air. Good. I tell you, Sheridan is still in this game. It's only 15-7. Beatniggers won a year ago, 69-44. Garcia on the outside left, a parking lot 3, and that's off the back of the rim. Brown goes high for the rebound, cannot get it. It's out of bounds.
Well, and the Beatniggers have made a slight adjustment on that. They're sending a post high, and they're running their little short corner play where they send a runner across the baseline and try and get that high-low action.
Beatniggers applying backcourt pressure. Blair with the basketball, picked up by Garcia. Jump pass in the front court to Thomas. Right baseline jumper is an air ball, but is taken away near that right corner by 2-5. And there's a shot around it, no good by Taylor on the three-pointer. Blair goes back up, misses, goes back up again, misses, going back up as Thomas misses, going back up and in! Wow, 4 chances there for this team from Sheridan.
Well, and Sheridan has the height advantage with a couple of their kids, so, and obviously he's got some jumping ability.
15-9 Beatniggers. 5:45 to go in the second. Dunker, right baseline, back out to Brown. Left wing, Garcia fakes the 3, penetrates, cut off by Taylor, bounce pass to Dunker, jump pass straight away to Rosenbrock at the free throw line. Back out to Brown, left wing to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball, retreats towards that baseline. Now takes another long 3, and that's off to the left. And Brayton Thomas goes high for his 5th rebound. Thomas in the outlet to Taylor, stripped away, but it's taken away now. Back by Thomas. Thomas to Gonzalez on the outside left. 5:20 to go, second quarter. Brush 15, Sheridan 9. Thomas left of the lane, in the lane, leans, shoots. Back of the rim, rebound to Ben Mickey. Mickey with his first board. On the outlet to Garcia. Garcia across the timeline, straight away, maintains the dribble. Into the lane to Dunker, penetrates, kicks it left corner. Brown, 16-footer, no good. And Rosenbrock goes up and in midair, got the rebound and scored. And the Beatniggers call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Rosenbrock now with 6 points in the game. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555 with Brush holding a 17-9 lead with 4:59 to go in the opening half. And if you had to grade the Beatniggers here, I'd give them a C at best, and that might be kind.
Well, I was thinking a C- right now. They don't seem to have that
flow. Well, you're a
flow.
teacher, that's why.
Well, that's
probably
probably
You don't grade on a curve. I'm grading a curve.
No, I don't. I do round. That's kind of a curve.
Okay. Explain your grade, please.
Well, first of all, the passing. I don't like the turnovers because they're silly turnovers.
That's
that
pretty much a
normally
D- there.
They wouldn't normally make those. They're not doing the ball taking that they would usually be doing. And I know it's early in the season, and I know it's only the second game, and they're telepathic passes.
Right,
they're
telegraphing it.
Yeah, they're not, the no-look ones and the fancy ones are fine, but let's just play basketball.
Yeah, you're right. I think they're playing Sheridan's game right now. Blair with the basketball into the front court as Gonzalez swings it down low to 2-5. Lost the basketball, got it back on the left baseline. Double team, bounce pass back out to Gonzalez. A long three, and it's in! Holy mahungus! That was a rainbow three that nearly brought down raindrops. And the Beat Digger lead is down to 5. 4:35 to go in the second. 17-12. Dunker left of the lane. Now left baseline. His runners up, around, and no good. And the rebound is controlled by Brayton Thomas. His outlet intercepted by Baker. Baker down low for Dunker, and then he's fouled on the floor. That's the first foul committed by Sheridan. And see, this is another reason, Jen, they're playing into Sheridan's hands, as that foul was committed by Thomas. Because when you're fielding a roster of only 7 players, you want to draw fouls and get to that bench. And yet, that's the first foul that Sheridan has committed, and that's 12 minutes and 36 seconds into the game. Garcia to throw it in.
Sheridan is actually playing pretty disciplined defense right now, so.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Baker straight away on the outside left to Garcia. Garcia dribbles to his right, kicks it straight away to Baker. Free throw line to Dunker, penetrates all the way, lays it up, and he's fouled as he drove to the basket. If that is on Thomas, that would be his second in about 15 seconds. Nope, that time it's Alex Blair committing the foul. So Dunker to the line. The Beat Diggers are shooting their first 2 free throws of the game, holding a 17-12 lead. Willow Coffee Tea and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery offers cookies, muffins, and sweetbreads made fresh daily. Pair with your favorite coffees, latte, or smoothie flavors, and you're set. Willow Coffee Tea and Smoothies, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, Saturday, 7 until 4. 921 Edison Street in Brush. Dunker goes 2 for 2 from the line. It's a 6-point Dunker performance so far, and the Beat Diggers lead by 7. Then the ball thrown out of bounds, intended for Alex Blair. As the Beat Diggers were trapping in the backcourt, that's turnover number 9 for Sheridan. Dunker to throw it in for the left corner. Well, what happened here? Oh, we have a timeout. Although I didn't see a signal for a timeout. 30-second timeout called by Sheridan. Yeah, it almost looked like they were giving the ball back to Sheridan for no particular reason. So the Beat Diggers up by 7. 19-12 with 4:09 to go. But remember, Jen, what we talked about last week, and the first point you made after the game is that you get tired of playing against the same competition, mainly being yourself after practice. Beat Diggers played last Wednesday. They played tonight. They don't play till next Tuesday. That's too big a gap if you're a player.
I kind of looked back at the schedule, and we usually have about 5 games before Christmas break. Is that not correct? Does that sound right to you? It seems like the way the schedule fell this year, it seems a little strange, but then the week when they come back, they hit 4 tough competitors right off the get-go.
Well, last year the Beat Diggers started in late November. This year in early December. Garcia to throw it into Dunker, straight away to Baker. Baker back to Dunker on the outside left of the lane. His runner's up and well short off the bottom of the rim, and the ball is loose. And we've got a whistle. Let's see who committed the foul.
Oh, I think he just gave it
I saw a technical foul being called as well.
Technical foul number 32. Jeffrey Dunker is second.
Oh, Dunker commits a technical foul. So that's going to be 2 shots and the ball for Sheridan. They can make this a 3-point game if they nail 2 free throws and then nail another 2 or even a 3. Would give them a 2-point deficit after 2 made free throws. But first things first, to the line is Brandon Gonzalez. Bends, shoots, misses, in and out. Second free throw upcoming for Gonzalez. He can only make this a 6-point game. Then Sheridan will have the basketball. Beat Diggers led by 7 after 1. They were up by 9 early in the second. Second free throw in the air, and that's perfect. Nothing but string for Brendan Gonzalez. The Beat Diggers lead 19-13. Yeah, if they play like this later on in the regular season, the Beat Diggers will lose some games. And they certainly have a team that can run the table. But you got to play a lot better than this. Well, Kyle Taylor with the basketball.
The other part, they have to communicate, and I don't hear them like I usually do.
The Blair 3 in the left corner is no good, and Rosenbrock and Thomas tie for the rebound. It will stay with Sheridan. And to throw it in will be Alex Blair. Blair to the right of the basket, still looking. In the right corner, for Gonzalez. Guarded by Baker. Dribbles right baseline. Baker tripped him up. The foul on Baker is Brush's third personal. The fourth personal. Check that. And to throw it in is Blair once again. And that ball knocked it out of bounds by Baker, intended for Gonzalez in the corner, went to the same area. And in front of the Beat Digger bench.
Well, it looks like they're trying to do a screener out of bounds play, but nobody's moving.
Blair to throw it in the right corner. Back near the timeline, knocked out of bounds by Baker, intended for Taylor. Well, somebody's got to come to the ball for Sheridan, because the Beat Diggers will contest that. It's only a 6-point Beat Digger lead with 3:50 to go. There's the inbounds pass to Gonzalez. Back out to Taylor on the outside right, picked up by Garcia. Near the timeline, Gonzalez with a parking lot three. Good! That was about 25 feet away. That was a long three by Brendan Gonzalez. He's got 6 in the quarter, 6 in the game, and it's now a 19-16 lead for Brush. Garcia, left wing three, and that is very short. Baker has the rebound, turn, shoots, hooks it in on the left baseline for Randy Baker. Beat Diggers extend now to a 5-point lead, 21-16, 3:18 to go, second quarter. Taylor in the backcourt, dribbles by Needens into the front court. It's got a 2-on-3. Taylor right corner for Thomas. Jump pass is in the backcourt. It's going to go out of bounds. Nobody can chase that down. It's the 10th turnover of the game for Sheridan. Beat Digger basketball. As the Beat Diggers lead by 5 with 3:09 to go.
Well, and I mentioned the height advantage for a couple of Sheridan's players, but I still think we need more points in the paint or dribble drive, pass, something other than just threes.
Garcia lobs it into Rosenbrock. Down low, Brown lays it up and in. Reverse layup by Jake Brown. Beautiful passing. 2 crisp passes, and the Beat Diggers now in a mini 4-0 run. Brush 23, Sheridan 16. 2:55 to go, second quarter from Brush. Trapped in the backcourt is 2-5. Baker knocks it out of bounds. Intended for Alex Blair. Baker's done a nice job defensively. His hands on a lot of balls here. Blair to throw it in from midcourt. Blair to Taylor on the outside left. Dribbles towards the top of the three-point circle. Now Gonzalez, another parking lot three, and that is short. Brown has the rebound for Brush on the outlet to Needens. Needens with the basketball, fouled in the backcourt by Alex Blair. Only the third team foul committed by Sheridan, the second for Blair. Yeah, those were fouls that the Beat Diggers had committed at times last week that you don't want to commit. That's what you consider a non-quality foul when you're very far away from the basket. Robert Williams now checks into the game. Well, I guess Sheridan has got all their players in because Williams was the only one who hadn't played so far. Needens with the basketball. Free throw line, Rosenbrock. He's going to have to back it out. Needens. Jump pass down low for Brown, and he puts it up, and he's fouled. Let's see if that was Taylor. Brown with a strong move to the basket. And the foul was on Brandon Gonzalez. That'll be his first.
And Sheridan is collapsing 2 guys every time the ball goes down lower on the baseline side, so that's going to open up that little high-low cross-court pass, or cross-lane pass, I should say.
The Brown free throw is in. He's got 5 in the quarter, 7 in the game. The Beat Diggers now on a 5-0 run. It's 24-16 with 2:27 to go, second quarter. Second free throw for Brown is perfect. And the Beat Diggers, who led by 9 early in the second quarter, now lead by 9 late in the second quarter. Beat Diggers apply the trap. Here's Taylor, cut off by Baker. Taylor looking, still looking. Swings it over to 2-5, dribbles into the front court. Nearly traveled, now did travel. Dragged the back foot, 5 turnovers in the quarter, 11 in the game. Brush basketball as Austin Garcia is out. Trey Cranston back in. Out there with Baker, Rosenbrock, Brown, and Needens. Got Gonzalez, Williams, Taylor, Thomas. And trying to identify who 2-5 is for. Maybe we'll get it at halftime. Cranston with the basketball on the outside left. Now to Baker, left of the lane. His 10-foot runner is off to the right. And Brayton Thomas grabs a strong side rebound, his 7th board. Into the front court with the basketball. Williams jump pass to 2-5. Back out to Taylor. Right wing 3 in the air. Yes! For Kyle Taylor. Taylor now with 7 points in the game. The Beat Digger lead is down to 6. Baker with the basketball on the outside left jump pass. Left of the lane for Cranston. Now to Baker, left corner, left baseline for Brown. He scoops it up, and it's blocked by Thomas. Taken away by Taylor. Taylor with the basketball to Williams, and then he lost the basketball. Randy Baker takes it away. Baker with a long baseball pass taken by Cranston, fouled by Thomas at midcourt. Thomas' second foul. And I got to tell you what Jake Brown has got to do. He's got to get the defender in the air. You just can't go straight up when you don't have the angle there. if you're going to get a defender in foul trouble, you got to get him in the air. You just can't always go up without a pump fake.
Well, that and you also have to. Sometimes you have to give up that and make the extra pass for somebody that's open when you know that somebody with that much hops is going to be able to get up there and block those shots, which he's done consistently.
Into the front court. Needens with a basketball with 1:25 to go before the break. Left of the lane, Rosenbrock. Back out to Brown. Left corner for Baker. Now to Brown. Straight away for Needens. Near that left corner for Brown. Brown back out to Needens. Wide open left wing three. If he wants it, he does, and he misses in and out. But Baker grabs the rebound. Then Baker was stripped. Baker had the ball securely. Here comes Sheridan the other way. Robert Williams on the outside left. Left of the lane, in the lane. Scoops it up wildly and misses. Williams grabs his own rebound, and then he travels. Now Sheridan has really hurt themselves. That is now 13 turnovers for the Rams.
But they're going hard on the boards, which is a little bit surprising.
Needens with the basketball on the high left. Baker's wide open, swings it cross court to Cranston. Cranston holding the ball up high. Now to Needens. Won't take that left wing free. Beating's a little bit shy about shooting here because they've missed some shots they normally make. Brown in the right corner. Back out to Cranston. Now to Brown in the right corner. Bounce pass. Rosenbrock right of the lane. Straight away to Baker. Baker at the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Cranston. Dribbles by two. His runners up and in. But what a move by Trey Cranston. Cranston scores for the first time in the game. 27-19 Brush. 23 seconds to go before the break. Taylor's trapped in the backcourt. Double teamed by Baker and Needens. Still trapped. And then Needens takes it away. Overhead pass to Baker. Baker puts it up and in. What a pass again there from Needens. Baker now with 4. 9 seconds to go. Beat Diggers by 10. Gonzalez into the front court. Towards that right baseline. His runner is up around and no good. Rebound to Cranston with 2 seconds to go with 1. Cranston from midcourt is up. And it nearly went off the rim. And that's the end of the opening half with the score. Brush 29, Sheridan 19 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We'll head to the second half where the Beat Diggers lead the Sheridan Rams 29-19. We remind you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports, quarter-by-quarter updates. And, of course, we'll have complete audio as well, not only in our YouTube page at KSIR B106, but through our audio links through Twitter as well. So if you want to listen to a game that we've had this season, of course, we got a bunch of baseball, basketball, and football games on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube from the last 5 years. Kyle Rosenbrock, Austin Garcia, Randy Baker, Jake Brown, and Ben Mickey for Brush. Kyle Taylor, Brayton Thomas, Jelani Gonzalez, Brandon Gonzalez, and Alex Blair to begin the third quarter for Sheridan. Beat Digger basketball. Baker on the outside left. He'll take a three, and that's off the back of the rim. Long rebound to Garcia. Garcia in the lane. He scoops it up back rim. No good. And Brayton Thomas grabs the rebound for Sheridan. That is his 8th. And then we had a violation.
No, he just threw it out of bounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I put my head down to instead it's the 15 turnover.
Yep.
Well, that's a different type of violation. No foul, just a turnover. Baker on the outside left to Garcia. Garcia with the basketball, dribbling to his right, cut off by Taylor. On the high left to Mickey, bounce pass, left baseline to Rosenbrock. Back out to Mickey, has the wide open three, won't take it. And then Mickey spins, still looking. Left corner for Rosenbrock. Left of the lane, Brown. Brown gets the defender in the air. Finds Rosenbrock in the lane. Baker scoops it up, and that is short. But Brown chases down the rebound for Brush. Brown back out to Austin Garcia. Garcia beyond the timeline. 29-19. Jump pass to Mickey on the outside left. Mickey to Rosenbrock at the free throw line. Lost it. Got it back over to Baker. Left corner for Mickey. Left baseline bounce pass to Garcia. Jump pass to Brown. Straight away with the basketball is Randy Baker in the lane. Hop step, scoops it up, off to the right. Alex Blair grabs the rebound. Not easy for the Beat Diggers to get off shots against this very tenacious Sheridan defense. Outside left, Gonzalez, parking lot three is no good. And the rebound to Blair. Blair dribbles, turns, shoots, and misses off to the left. Thomas turns, shoots, scores. Brayton Thomas with his 9th rebound and his first couple of points. The Beat Digger lead is down to 8, 29-21, 6:33 to go, third quarter. Garcia with the basketball. Back on the high right, taken by Baker. Right corner for Brown. Brown jump pass to Baker. Baker right in the lane. His runner's up and short. Baker grabs the rebound underneath the basket. Going back up, and then he's tied up. Possession arrow to Sheridan. This might be one of the teams throughout the season, Jen, that the Beat Diggers fail to get good shots against because, like you said, they're long and lanky.
They are long and lanky, but that again goes to the ball fake and deception of where you're going to go with the ball.
2-on-1. Thomas, middle of the lane. And the pass taken over there by Gonzalez. Now the three by Taylor. Good! Kyle Taylor with a right wing three. All of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. 29-24 Brush. 6:03 to go third quarter. Baker with the basketball. Left of the lane. Jump pass. Left baseline to Mickey. Dribbles to his right. Bounce pass to Rosenbrock. Down low to Brown. Scoops it up and around and good. Rosenbrock finds Brown. He's got 10.
And there's that flash that I was talking about at halftime that happened finally.
Well, this is why the Beat Diggers are going to be successful this season. When they struggle on offense, they get it done on defense. Baker tips it away. Baker to Brown all the way, scoops it up. No good. Beat Diggers could not take advantage. Kyle Taylor with a rebound as it's the 16th turnover for Sheridan. Blair, 15-footer, is off to the right and deep. And Kyle Rosenbrock grabs his second rebound. 4-on-2. Baker left of the lane and his runners up around off to the right. Brandon Gonzalez grabs the rebound, and then we have a foul in the backcourt by Randy Baker. That'll be a second. Beat Diggers are getting opportunities all over the place, but being a little bit too fine with some of these shots. They might have to use the backboard a little bit.
Well, and they haven't really shot any mid-range jumper. They're either going for paint points or threes. There's not anything really in between.
Taylor to Thomas to Taylor, right of the lane. Bounce pass is kicked by one of the Beat Diggers, so retaining possession will be Sheridan. First Beat Digger score of the game tonight brought to you by MMI International. That was a dunker basket. 842-51-61. Compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service with MMI International before your next mixer or feeder truck purchase. Taylor with the basketball on the outside right towards the top of the key. The Beat Diggers in a 2-3. Long three, Gonzalez. Book it again for Brendan Gonzalez. Holy Mahungus. He's got 9 in the game. The Beat Digger lead is down to 4. I mean, you're going to let them shoot that. That's about a 25-footer. Rosenbrock with the basketball down low for Mickey. Mickey lost it, got it back. It's loose, taken by Garcia. Jump pass to Rosenbrock, off his hands to Brown. Straight away to Baker. Baker's runner off the glass is too strong. Baker has the basketball, then he's fouled as he went back up strong to the basket. Randy Baker to shoot 2. Baker plays a lot taller. Jelani Thomas commits the foul. That is his first. And Baker to the stripe, your one-stop center for home improvement projects, Ackley Building Center at 1402 Mill Street in Brush. For flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. Ackley Building Center. Needens comes into the game as Baker sinks the first. Beat Diggers up by 5, 32-27. Second free throw for Baker is off to the left. And Brayton Thomas grabs rebound number 10. Thomas to Taylor into the front court. In the right corner, Gonzalez. Long three that's going to be well short. And the rebound grabbed by Randy Baker. That's his 5th of the game. Baker by himself across midcourt. Baseball pass. Left corner, Needens. Left baseline bounce pass to Brown. Back out to Baker. Jump pass, Garcia. Fakes the right wing three. Lost the ball. He was stripped away. Got it back. Garcia with the basketball. Spinning, looking, double team. To Brown down low. Brown turns, shoots, misses, fouled. Jake Brown to the line to shoot a deuce. And the foul was committed by Jelani Thomas, his second in less than a minute. Cranston getting ready to check in. Jake Brown to shoot 2. The senior bends, shoots, misses off to the left. Garcia's out. Second free throw coming up for JB. Best initials on this team. And that one is up, and that is perfect. Brown with 11. Leading all scorers. The Beat Diggers lead by only 6, 33-27, with 4:11 to go in the third. Blair trapped in the backcourt. Back to Gonzalez. Jump pass intercepted by Cranston. Beat Diggers with a 2-on-1. Bounce pass to Needens off his foot out of bounds.
That was kind of a tough pass for a bounce pass.
And Sheridan calls a timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:04 remaining. Third quarter. Brush 33. Sheridan 27 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We say good evening as the Beat Diggers lead 33-27. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sheridan basketball. Kyle Taylor in the backcourt. Over to Brendan Gonzalez, trapped by Randy Baker. Bounce pass front court to Taylor. Taylor's double team, picks up the dribble, looking, spinning. Then that ball is tipped away, and it's intercepted by Brown. Beat Diggers have a 3-on-3. Brown back out to Baker. Then he throws it into the hands of Brendan Gonzalez. Over to Thomas, and he missed the dunk off the front of the rim. And the ball is loose, and it is knocked out of bounds. I believe it is off of the Beat Diggers. It is off of Bryce Needens. It will be Sheridan basketball with 3:37 to go. In the third, Beat Diggers up 33-27. Blair to throw it in. Beat Diggers have Cranston, and then Blair was on the line when he threw it in. He took a step and stepped on the line before releasing the basketball. Turnover number 19 for Sheridan. Needens, Cranston, Baker, Brown, and Rosenbrock for Brush. Blair, Taylor, Thomas, Gonzalez, and the other Thomas, Brayton Thomas. Brown in the right corner, back out to Needens on the right wing. Needens cross court to Cranston, fakes the three, left to the lane, then was tripped up, no call. Here's Baker, left baseline, and he is mauled as he went up for a shot. Never released the basketball, but he was going up, should be two at the line for Randy Baker. And the foul's on Jelani Thomas. That'll be his third.
Well, it looks like Sheridan is trying to double team whenever the ball goes inside now, so they've gone to double teaming Kyle Rosenbrock with the high post, and whoever is flashing at the low post, they also are double teaming.
Free throw is in. Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Equitable savings and loan with financial solutions for you. Second free throw, back rimmed it. Alex Blair with a rebound. His fifth. The Beat Diggers lead 34-27. 3:13 to go in the third. Thomas with a basketball. Make that Taylor. Dribbles into the lane. Then was stripped. The ball's loose on the floor. Still loose. Picked up by Brayton Thomas, and he puts it up. And he throws an air ball from about 3 feet away. Bryce Needens with a basketball. Needens into the front court to Baker on the outside right. Baker dribbles to his left. Back out to Needens. Whistle. And the whistle is a defensive foul.
I think they got him for hand checking.
That's Kyle Taylor, that Jen referred to as him. And Needens will throw it in just beyond midcourt.
I couldn't see his number very well.
Oh, enough of the excuses, please. I used that excuse in the first quarter. Needens with a basketball, jump pass in the lane to Cranston, scoops it up and in. We have had some very nice passes on buckets tonight. It just hasn't been overly consistent. 36-27 Brush. Jump pass to Gonzalez, take that Thomas. He misses the shot. And Cranston with a rebound is third. Cranston across midcourt. He's got a 2-on-3. Cranston in the lane. Back out. Needens straight away. Three. Off to the right. And the ball is tipped by Rosenbrock, and it's off of Alex Blair out of bounds. Should be Beat Digger basketball. It was clearly off of Blair. Yeah, and the trail official saw that. Very good call. And Rosenbrock to throw it in. Check that. That'll be Needens instead. With the Beat Diggers holding a 9-point lead with 2:29 to go in the third. In the right corner, Rosenbrock with the basketball. Overhead pass to Cranston in the lane. Gets a defender in the air, scoops it up, and in. That's the way you do it. Brayton Thomas, several inches taller than Cranston, got in the air, and then Cranston was able to duck it underneath and score. Layup, by the way, is missed by Alex Blair. Ball is loose on the floor, picked up by Baker. Here comes Baker the other way for the Beat Diggers. Baker is fouled from behind by a frustrated Gonzalez. That'll be his second. And all of a sudden, the fouls are mounting up here in the third quarter for Sheridan. The Beat Diggers only have one. Sheridan has 5 with 2:09 remaining. They got to be more disciplined here. If not, they're going to have to go to the bench, and they've only got 7 players dressed. Baker, top of the key. Jump pass left wing to Cranston. Down low for Baker. Back out to Cranston. Left wing three in the air is off the back of the rim, and the ball is headed out of bounds. Rosenbrock tries to save it in, but does to Alex Blair of Sheridan. Long baseball pass to Thomas. Thomas into the front court, in the lane, bounce pass, right corner. Taylor, wide open three, is off the front of the rim. Rosenbrock with a strong side rebound for the Beat Diggers, his fourth board. Now to Cranston across midcourt, dribbles by 2, scoops it left baseline. Baker foul before the pass. 16 foul against Sheridan. Beat Diggers will inbounds. And the Sheridan foul was committed by Brendan Gonzalez. Brandon Gonzalez with his third. Needens to throw it in. So they've already used up 6 fouls. We got 8 minutes. Check that, 9 minutes and 41 seconds of basketball to go. Kalen Branson, Pablo Gutierrez into the game as Brush leads by 11, 38-27. Needens to the right of the basket. Needens in that left corner for Cranston. Left baseline, Needens, little 10-footer. Front rim, no. Brayton Thomas has the rebound, then a silly foul in the backcourt. And I wish I could describe it any other way, but that's just not a good foul. Committed by Bryce Needens, but only his first, and the Beat Diggers have only committed 2. But that's what the coach was talking about last week. Don't commit fouls 70, 80 feet away from the basket. Taylor in the backcourt, pressured by Needens. Bounce pass over to Blair. Blair bounce pass to Taylor, crossing midcourt, picked up by Cranston. At the top for Blair with a basketball on the left wing. Penetrating is Robert Williams, and then there's contact. That's going to be a foul on Jacob Nichols. As he drove to the basket, Nichols commits his first. Yeah, those fouls are much more understandable. You're trying to cut off somebody penetrating to the hoop.
Well, in the hand checking, that's getting touchy at the college level, too. They changed that rule big time.
Williams, left corner, Gonzalez, three, good, right off the inbounds pass, and Brandon Gonzalez hits his second rainbow three of the quarter. Rush 38, Sheridan 30, minute 12 to go. In the third quarter, Needham's back out to Gutierrez, free throw line to Brandt, dribbles into the lane, and he travels prior to doing that. It's a good call. Rush has committed 3 turnovers in each quarter. That's 9 in the game with a minute 7 to go. Sheridan basketball. They can make this a 5-point game with another 3, and they've been in this game the entire way. Robert Williams jump pass to Brayton Thomas, back out to Taylor. Taylor on the outside right with a minute to go on the right baseline. Picks up the dribble, looking, and then his cross-court pass intercepted by Needhams. Needhams to Brandt, and Brandt's got to throw it back to Cranston. He does. Cranston, that's 20 turnovers for Sheridan. In the left corner, Cranston looking, back out. Over on the high left to Needhams. Left corner for Cranston. 43 seconds to go. Needhams with a basketball on the baseline at the top for Gutierrez. Gutierrez on the high right for Nichols. Penetrates right baseline. Gets a defender in the air. Back out Gutierrez. Right wing three in the air. And that's off the bottom of the net. Alex Blair picks up the basketball. 7th rebound. Into the front court to Taylor. 25 seconds to go. Third quarter. B-Diggers lead by 8. Taylor towards the top of the three-point circle. Retreats towards the timeline. Against Trey Cranston, down to 15 seconds to go. Taylor to his right, gets a pick from Thomas. Right of the lane, in the lane, scoops it up off the glass, no good. Jacob Nichols grabs the B-Digger rebound. Nichols with 6 seconds to go in the backcourt. Double team, has to dribble out of traffic, goes to Needhams. Jump pass to Cranston. Cranston with 2, with 1, scoops it up, and it's blocked out of there by Thomas. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. Brush 38, Sheridan 30 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran, Jen Goodall back from Brush High School. The B-Diggers lead the Sheridan Rams 38-30 as we go to the fourth. Just past the bottom of the hour, we'll have pregame between the Avalanche and the Phoenix Coyotes. They'll drop the puck at 7 o'clock for the Pepsi Center. Avalanche looking for their 21st victory of the year. Mickey, left baseline to Brown. Jump pass to Austin Garcia out there with Rosenbrock and Dunker. Here's Dunker, right baseline, and his shot is blocked out of there, but he's fouled. Dunker with a strong move, and then Alex Blair with a technical foul for Sheridan. So we have a personal foul and a technical foul, both on Alex Blair. And so that's 2 free throws and then 2 technicals, and the B-Diggers have the ball. They go by 12 here. John Beltran with Jen Goodall.
Technical foul number 11, Alex Blair is third.
Jen Goodall very happy with her latest acquisition, a smartphone a few months ago. After I finally convinced her that that antiquated thing she had was not doing her any good. It's Dunker misses the free throw.
You sound like the teenagers I have during the day.
Oh, please.
They've been telling me that for years.
Their voices are deeper than mine. And Dunker misses 2 free throws, and that second one was ugly. Well off to the left. Now 2 more free throws, and this time Rosenbrock will shoot the technicals. And Dunker got off to a very good start, not happy with himself out there. And the free throw by Rosenbrock is in. B-Diggers by 9. Second free throw upcoming, and that's perfect. Brush leads by 10. Blair now with 3 fouls in the game. And here comes Jelani Thomas in for Alex Blair. And Austin Garcia to throw it in. Garcia to Dunker. Dunker with a basketball, guarded by Williams. Picks up the dribble. Jump pass to Rosenbrock, right at the free throw line. Rosenbrock with a basketball, turns, shoots, gets a defender in the air, pass to Dunker, banks and scores. He wrapped it around Brayton Thomas. We've seen some very nice passes tonight when the B-Diggers have been successful. 42-30 Brush. Dunker now has 8, and the jump pass tipped away and taken away by Kyle Rosenbrock. Here come the B-Diggers the other way. Dunker right of the lane, jump pass to Austin Garcia. Long 3, and that's in and out. And Brayton Thomas grabs his 12th rebound. On the outlet to Williams. 7:05 to go in the game. Brush 42, Sheridan 30. With the basketballs, Taylor, left wing, Brandon Gonzalez, rainbow 3, good, and he's fouled. Now let's see if that's away from the basketball, but that's going to count. That's the third 3-pointer of the second half by Brandon Gonzalez, or is this against Sheridan? Let's see.
Brandon Gonzalez. Foul number 34.
Brayton Thomas commits the foul for Sheridan, but the 3 counts by Brandon Gonzalez. He's got 4 triples in the game. That's 12 points for him. It's 42-33, and even 7 minutes to go. It's 19 fouls. Not an offensive foul, so the Beat Diggers will have the 1-1 Kyle Rosenbrock to the line. Rosenbrock already with 8 points. You want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store, Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu. That's Morgan Community College. Free throw is back rim, and the tip is missed by Mickey. Puts it back up and in. Mickey with 2 opportunities scores. Morgan Community College, morgancc.edu. And then Robert Williams trapped in the backcourt. Throws it off of Dunker, but he was on the baseline, so the turnover is officially on Sheridan. See, and this is what the Brush defense can do. 33 points for Sheridan, but the Beat Diggers have forced 22 turnovers. Garcia to throw it in. Beat Diggers lead by 11 with 6:50 to go in the game. Right quarter for Dunker. Penetrates right baseline. Underneath the basket. Bounce pass kicked out of bounds. Brush retains possession.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the Sheridan defense has shifted further and further up the lane towards the free throw line. So it's opening up the baseline a lot more for our kids to make a cut.
Thank you for pointing that out because I didn't notice. I've been watching the ball too much.
You have to.
The Beat Diggers, that's true. The Beat Diggers lead 44-33. A brief timeout. We'll keep it right here with 6:47 to go in the game. Brush led by 7 after 1, 10 at the break. We're outscored by 2 in the third quarter, holding that 8-point lead. And now it's an 11-point advantage. It will be Brush basketball. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up and pick up something new for the hot and cold deli selection at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Great food at low prices. Stubbs Gas and Oil in Wiggins. Beat Digger Wrestling coming up on Thursday night right here on 1010 as well as KSIR.com. And that'll be at 6:30 against the Eaton Reds. Beat Diggers are going to break the huddle here momentarily. They're still in that huddle. And Rosenbrock is out there for Brush. Out there with Garcia, Dunker, Brown, and Mickey. Garcia to throw it in. Lobs it to Dunker, left of the lane. Dunker dribbles, swings it down low on the bounce pass for Brown. That's a risky bounce pass, but intercepted by Rosenbrock. As the teams exchange turnovers on bounce passes, Rosenbrock scores off the glass. He's got 10. Brush leads by a baker's dozen. Jen well knows that's 13 points. 6:30 to go in the game. Brush 46, and Jen's not even a big donut eater. On the outside right with the basketball is Blair. Neither am I, by the way, even though I could lose a couple of pounds. With the basketball is Taylor dribbling to his left against Austin Garcia. Trying to utilize a pick from Thomas, and now we've got a whistle, and that's a 5-second violation. Turnover, number 24 for Sheridan. The Beat Diggers have 10 in the game. Here comes Dunker in the front court. Over to Mickey. Bounce pass, left baseline for Rosenbrock. Back out to Mickey. Mickey to his right. Straight away to Rosenbrock. Check that. That's Dunker in the lane. Scoops it up off the glass and in. Dunker with a strong move. Dunker now has 10 in the game. And Brush off to a 48-33 lead after Sheridan hung around for a while. But now the Beat Diggers breaking this thing open with 5:47 to go. Blair straight away against Brown. Retreating towards the timeline. Dribbling to his right. Cut off by Garcia. Nearly stripped. And then he's stripped away by Jeffrey Dunker. Long pass to Brown. Brown all the way, scoops it up. And in! Brown scores. He's got 13 points in the game, leading the Beat Diggers, who lead 50-33. I believe Brush has scored the last 11 points in the game. Cross-court pass, Gonzalez, long three, and that's no good. Kyle Rosenbrock with his 5th rebound of the game. He'll hand it off to Dunker. Jen, you would never know at points in this game the Beat Diggers would be up by 17 because it's been close most of the way. Garcia to Brown. Left shot, left corner shot there. Left wing shot, no good. Rebound to Rosenbrock. B-Diggers will reset. Rosenbrock in the right corner to Dunker on the right baseline. Dribbles by a defender, gets a defender in the air, scoops it up too strong. Dunker then tips it out to Garcia. Garcia to Rosenbrock, scoops it up short, and then the ball's knocked out of bounds by Jeffrey Dunker.
You know what I liked about that series, even though they didn't get a basket, was the fact that they pulled it back out. They made the defense shift several times before they even attempted a shot.
50-33 B-Diggers. With 4:45 to go in the game. Not a foul there. Taylor on the outside left. He'll take a three and he'll brick it, but the rebound is controlled over there by Jelani Thomas, and he misses the shot, but he's fouled by Dunker. And that'll be the third foul on Dunker. Jelani Thomas, who's yet to score tonight, will go to the stripe. Yeah, I think Brush is playing better fundamental basketball here in the third and fourth quarters.
And that was a foul. Felt like a foul. You tried to pull my headphones off.
Thomas makes the free throw. Just an equipment adjustment. Well, I still have 4 to use then.
Are we doing the thing where we start over at playoff time?
Yeah, well, yeah, but you were horrible last year. You didn't bring your A game. You were terrible. You were really bad last year. Second free throws off the back of the rim, and the rebound to Dunker.
I don't know what you're talking
about.
You
weren't very aggressive at all. Here's Garcia in the front court, in the lane, scoops it up on the way and in! Holy mahungas to the left of the basket for Austin Garcia. It's like he was out there by himself because he was virtually uncontested. B-Diggers by 18. Brendan Gonzalez right baseline. Jump pass down low for Thomas. Left-handed hook off the glass and in, and he goes to the line. Brayton Thomas to shoot 1. Thomas now with 4. Bryce Needens commits his second. Yeah, see, 2 years ago I had bruises by the end of the season.
Oh, you're fibbing.
Well, but, you know what I mean. Of course I'm fibbing. Last year was like a feather. Free throw is in.
But you were my ride home.
It's a game. I'm not going to determine whether you're left out on the street.
You never know.
Dunker with a basketball. I do know. To Baker, jump pass to Rosenbrock. Tries to reverse it. He puts it up and no good. And the ball's tipped around into the hands of Austin Garcia. 16-footer. Back rim. Dunker goes for the rebound, but Brayton Thomas has it instead. And then Needens fouls him from behind. Oh, no, that was Thomas.
Call over the back. Yep, they're calling him over the back.
Okay, my bad. Check that. The foul was on Thomas.
Well, and I think that was a good call because Jeffrey did box out and then go get the ball. And even though Thomas is taller than him, once you make that contact and you go after it and there was some contact on the arms and things, then that should be a foul.
That's a 10-team foul. 2 free throws for Jeffrey Dunker, and this one is off the back of the rim. I think he needs a little bit more knee bend. I see a lot of... see if he bends the knees just a little bit more like he does right there, and that free throw's perfect. Yeah, a little bit. When you shoot the free throws and your body's too vertical, you don't have enough knee bend, then that can create problems. That pass goes through Brayton Thomas out of bounds, and Sheridan has now committed 26 turnovers in the game, only 10 for Brush, and that's the major statistical difference with the B-Diggers up 53-37 with 3:54 to go in the game. Baseball pass in the front court. Needens to Dunker right in the lane. Bounce pass to Baker off his hands out of bounds. Good bounce pass.
That was a nice pass.
And Baker just didn't handle it. Turnover number 11. And as soon as we finish up our post game, we'll get to the pregame of the Avalanche and Coyotes in progress. Cross-court pass taken by Gonzalez. Gonzalez near that left corner to Taylor. Tipped away. Taylor gets it back. Reverse layups up, and he missed it. And the ball's in the hands of Kyle Rosenbrock. That's his 7th rebound to Dunker. Back to Rosenbrock. Rosenbrock with a basketball. Front court to Needens on the outside left. Needens left corner for Cranston. Left baseline for Baker. Turns, shoots, misses. And tipped up by Dunker off the glass and in. And Dunker really didn't get off the ground too much. That was beautiful by Dunker. 7 in the quarter. 13 in the game. Gonzalez, long 3. Front rim. Rebound to Jeffrey Dunker. His 7th board. Outlet pass is intercepted by Gonzalez. 12 turnovers for Brush. Behind the back pass. Thomas banks it in for Sheridan. Thomas with 5 in the quarter, 7 in the game, 2:57 to go. Brush 55, Sheridan 39. Dunker across the timeline, foul by Taylor. And Kyle Taylor has committed his second. 2 free throws upcoming for Jeffrey Dunker. Robert Williams will check back in momentarily for the Rams. This is their opener of the 2013-2014 season. Dunker to shoot 2. And the free throw is up and in. And you can bet as the season moves along, these games will be better attended. Of course, tonight's a rescheduled game, especially when you get to those league games. And Taylor is out. Williams is in. Brush by 17. Second free throw upcoming for the senior dunker, and that's up, and that's perfect. He's made 3 in a row after missing his first 3.
Well, and we have a lot of students that are participating in the concert tonight, so I'm sure that Mrs. Miner has required him to be there by 6:30, I believe.
Williams bounce pass to Thomas, right baseline. Shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Ball is tipped around into the hands of Bryce Needens of Brush. Needens into the front court at the top with the basketball. Fakes the 3. Bounce pass to Cranston. Little 10-footer straight away is off to the right. And Robert Williams grabs the rebound. His second for Sheridan. Backcourt pass is taken by Joel Marquez into the game. Now to Williams with 2:22 to go. Gonzalez, long 3 is in and out. And Thomas has the rebound. Back out to Williams. Williams left baseline all the way. Scoops it up short. Kyle Rosenbrock with a rebound for the Beat-Diggers. By the way, Brayton Thomas with 14 rebounds. Cranston all the way, scoops it up and in! That was gorgeous by Trey Cranston. In between defenders, he scores. And the Beat-Diggers take a timeout brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555. We'll keep it here with 2:08 to go. And the Beat-Diggers lead the Sheridan Rams by 20, 59-39. As Brush might clear the bench a little bit. And looks like Nico Guzman will check into the game, and perhaps some others as well. Grayson Simmons, also known as the G-Man. Sheridan really doesn't have too many options with only 7 players dressed.
And we got some good tunes.
Can you identify the group?
I don't know.
You gotta be kidding me.
AC/DC.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm
Really?
going to pretend.
You doubted? Really?
Yeah, no, I did. I think you had to actually think about that. You had to think about it, because I had to think about it, but I knew it was AC/DC. Back in what? Back in what?
Before I was born.
Back in black. John Beltran back with Jen Goodall, 20-point lead for Brush. Jen will be on her A game once we get to January after Christmas.
Oh.
You know what? You're having a Griswold moment. Here comes Robert Williams. I had one earlier in the game, and you called me out on it. Williams at the top of the three-point circle. 2 minutes to go. Marquez on the outside left, guarded by Gutierrez, dribbling to his right. Guzman, Simmons, Brandt, Baker, and Gutierrez in there for Brush. Williams straight away with the basketball. On the outside right, here's Blair. Dribbles right into the lane, right baseline. Gets the defender in the air at the free throw line with the basketball. Thomas in the lane. That's Jelani Thomas. Had the shot blocked by Brandt and taken away by the G-Man, Grayson Simmons. Here's Baker into the front court at the top of the three-point circle. Right corner for Gutierrez. Back out to Baker. Baker in the lane. Gets the defender in the air. Has the shot blocked. Baker gets it right back. Goes up. And he misses again. The ball is tipped around. And there's a foul in the backcourt committed by the Beat-Diggers as Alex Blair grabbed the rebound. Kalen Brandt commits the foul with 1:28 to go. And the Beat-Diggers up 59-39. Here is Williams for Sheridan. Met by Guzman at the top. Cross-court pass to Gonzalez. He's taken quite a few threes tonight. Back out to Williams. He'll take a three, and that is an air ball. Ball headed out of bounds. Saved in by Sheridan. But to Randy Baker, he was stripped in the backcourt. So here comes Sheridan the other way. Jelani Thomas banks and scores. Jelani Thomas has 3 points in the game. 59-41. Brandt, little 10-footer. Good for Kalen Brandt. He scores for the first time. Beat-Diggers lead by 20. 61-41. 42 seconds to go in the game. Robert Williams on the outside right between his legs. Dribbles against Guzman. Then he turned it over. That is turnover number 27 for Sheridan. The Beat-Diggers will inbounds the basketball with 37 seconds to go. Gutierrez to Guzman on the outside right. Free throw line. Baker. Jump pass to Brandt. Brandt back out to Gutierrez. Over to Baker at the free throw line. Swings it back out to Gutierrez. Right wing to Guzman. Cross court to Baker. Little 14-footer off the back of the rim. And the rebound is controlled by Joel Marquez. Here is Williams. His pass intercepted by Baker. Baker has been tremendous tonight defensively. And the Beat-Diggers more than ever will dribble out the clock here. Gutierrez with the basketball with 5 seconds to go, and that'll be it. The Brush Bee Diggers defeat the Sheridan Rams tonight, 61-41. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with a recap on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back with Jen Goodall. Welcome to the Bee Digger postgame show. Bee Digger postgame show tonight brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is the tough part nowadays, but when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you'll get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. As the Bee Diggers win the game tonight over the Sheridan Rams, 61-41. Let's get the breakdown for you. We start with the visiting Rams tonight, as they were led on the scoreboard by Brandon Gonzalez with 12 points. Or check that. That's correct. He had 12 points. No, 15 points. Okay, I knew the math was wrong there. He had 3 triples in the second half. So he had 15 points in the game to lead Sheridan. 10 points for Kyle Taylor, 7 for Brayton Thomas, then 3 apiece for Alex Blair and Jelani Thomas. The Bee Diggers got 15 points from Jeffrey Dunker, 13 from Jake Brown. The third player in double figures was Kyle Rosenbrock with 10. 8 points in the game for Trey Cranston, 6 from Randy Baker, 5 points from Austin Garcia, 2 apiece from Kalen Brandt and Ben Mickey. The Bee Diggers committed just 13 turnovers to 27 for Sheridan. Brush 12 out of 19 at the line, a shade over 60%, and 55% for Sheridan, only 5 out of 9. Brush with 40 rebounds in the game to 33 for Sheridan, which got 14 from Brayton Thomas. The Bee Diggers were led by Kyle Rosenbrock and Randy Baker, 8 rebounds apiece, 7 for Jeffrey Dunker. The Bee Diggers led 13-6 after 1, 29-19 at the break. They were outscored by 2, 11-9 in the third quarter, then put up 23 points in the fourth quarter to 11 for Sheridan, which dropped their regular season opener, while the Bee Diggers improved to 2-0 on the year. And at least it's safe to say, Jen, that the Brush played a better second half than they did the first half.
They did. They picked up their pace a little bit, moved the ball much better, made the defense shift a little bit more instead of just taking kind of that one pass and shot kind of mentality going into the first half. And then second half, I thought that they did a better job of using the diagonal passes and making their defense shift further up the lane to open up the baseline a little bit more for them as well.
Well, anytime you score 23 of your 61 points in one quarter, and it's the final quarter, that's emphasizing how strong you close a game, and that's what the Bee Diggers did tonight. And the defense remained steady even when the offense wasn't going so well.
Well, and that's what you bank on all the time. I mean, they don't use that saying that defense wins championships for nothing.
No, there's a reason that it goes well beyond just being a cliche, and the Bee Diggers have proven that over their first 2 games, allowing 42 points to Wiggins and 41 against Sheridan. I mean, I think Coach Garcia and the rest of the coaching staff will be happy with that if they can allow anywhere from 10 to, let's say, 12, maybe 13 points a quarter, because then you're holding teams 50 and under. And I don't think you can ask for much more than that defensively, because let's face it, you're going to have some off shooting nights here and there.
No, and they also, I mean, that's a lot of turnovers. If we can convert some more of those turnovers, we had some blown layups and some things like that. So if we can convert more of those, that's going to be even more detrimental to the other team.
All right, so the Bee Diggers win the game tonight by a score of 61-41. As they move to 2-0 on the year. We'll see if Coach Garcia is around. We will speak with him momentarily. If not, of course, we'll tell you about the rest of the Bee Diggers schedule coming up this week. As on Thursday night at 6:30, the Bee Diggers will be entertaining Eaton. That'll be a wrestling duel right here in Brush. Rob Hastings will have the call also on KSIR.com. And then on Friday, the Bee Diggers will take on Mesa Ridge. That is also another duel coming up here in Brush. And then the next Bee Digger basketball action will come up a week from today. It'll be Tuesday night at 5:30 and 7 o'clock. It's a doubleheader against the Holyoke Dragons with a girls game at 5:30 and the boys game coming up at 7 o'clock. And the Bee Diggers only have 2 games remaining in the month of December. Again, coming up a week from tonight right here on 1010 against Holyoke. And then a week from Friday, that'll be on B106 as well as B106.com in Fort Morgan against the Mustangs. That'll be December 20th. And that closes out the December schedule, so the games are very spread out, and obviously a very light schedule in the month of December. Once again, we remind you that you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports. You can get game audio from there that we'll have up there tomorrow, as well as on our YouTube channel at KSIR.com. B106. The sound engineer and producer of Brush Beat Digger Basketball, doing an outstanding job tonight, has been Michaela Klimper. For Jen Goodall, I'm John Beltran. The final score, the Brush Boys defeat Sheridan 61-41, all right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.